Plans to return or trade in some electronics? Well, perhaps you're thinking of unloading an old cell phone or an iPod.
If so, we have a very important warning before you do so. Consumer reporter John Matarese shows us what went wrong when one man made an electronics return, so you don't waste your money.
January and February are big months for Gadget returns as we send back electronics that don't seem to be working properly or that we no longer want. But before you return a Gadget, we have a caution from one man who learned the one thing you must do before you box it up.
Sean Marath decided he couldn't afford to keep both his smartphone and the iPad he got over the holidays, so he decided the iPad had to go back.
Played with it for a few days. Decided I missed my smartphone. It's just way too much more convenient. So I brought it back.
Sean says Best Buy gave him a full refund. But a few weeks later, he received a strange email regarding his used iPad.
A friend of his just bought a new iPad. And when he opened it up, it said, "Hello, Sean Marath." And I was, huh?
Sean says it turns out his used iPad was resold without his name and credit card information removed.
You know, to register your iPads and stuff, you have to put a credit card or a bank account number. And so he could have bought apps or done anything with it, and it went straight to my bank account.
Best Buy says stores are supposed to erase and reset all returned electronics. The company says, "We are sorry to hear about this incident, and we will take the appropriate action to rectify this situation." However, to avoid this risk, if you are returning something, go to your Gadget settings and look for an erase or restore icon. Or do a Google search for wiping out your personal information. A third option, have a store employee do it as you watch.
Demand that it gets erased in front of you before you leave the store. Don't make the mistake I did. Don't trust anybody.
Sean says next time he's going to make sure all his data is erased before he turns in any electronic gadget. And you know, this is especially important to remember if you'll be trading in an old cell phone this year, so you don't lose your personal info and you don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese.